Hello, welcome to Violet Shadow Tarot. Today we are doing a general reading for the sign of Scorpio. I will start with some oracles, do some tarot, and then end with some runes and charms for you. This is going to be a timeless reading. I am recording this at the time of September of 2022, but if you're drawn to the title of the video and drawn at a different time, that means that there could be messages in this reading for you. I will go ahead and start with your oracle, so let's see what comes up for general energy behind this reading for Scorpio. All right, we have the Time Master and the Arrow. Let's see what else comes out for you. Beloved. Okay. All right, and one more. Scorpio, general energy, please. Okay, so we have the Weasel and Pine introspection. All right. So for your tarot, let's go ahead and pull your energy. So Scorpio's energy, please. Too many. Scorpio's energy. Too many. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords here, the Emperor, and the Knight of Pentacles all in reverse. Okay, and bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, Strength, and the Tower reverse. So far, this seems like this could be a reading that is talking about some sort of significant relationship in your life. With all of these, the Page of Swords in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and then the introspection card. There's something that's going on that has kind of made you question some things. You may be wanting to move forward with something with somebody. You may have feelings for somebody and like really care about something, but things just don't seem to be stable right now. So we're going to go ahead and pull energy of the outside energy of what you're dealing with to have some more information. Three of Swords, outside energy. The King of Wands in reverse. And then the Five of Cups. So there's an energy between both of your energies, the outside energy and you, of something not going very smoothly. So we have both the Page of Swords in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, and those came out in your energies along with the Emperor in reverse. So looking at these cards from like a negative perspective, you either may feel like you possibly are being manipulated, or there's some sort of outside energy that's moving slowly and might not be honest with you, or this could be your energy as well. But with the outside energy, it looks like there's the Three of Swords, the King of Wands in reverse, and then the Five of Cups. So something may have happened and you can sense, like in this other individual, that there's pain, because there's pain, I think, on both sides, but the outside is definitely like pain, and then like disappointment, and like being upset over whatever took place. We also have the King of Wands here in reverse, which could be somebody or a situation that's like selfish and not able to see things from like another point of view. So this person actually could be stuck in a mindset that like doesn't let them grow. The Five of Cups kind of also is a card of being like stuck looking in at the negative parts of things and not like what's left and like what excuse me, what could be worked on or what they have. So that's like a disappointing and ruminating sort of a feeling. So let me continue to pull to kind of get more on this. Let's look at the connection. Can we please see the connection for Scorpio? Connection. The energy of the connection for Scorpio. Let's see what that was. Right. That's the Awakening card, which is the Judgment card in reverse. And then we have the Wise One in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, and then the Death card in reverse. Okay, so you're looking at the Hierophant in reverse here, and then you're also looking at Judgment in reverse here. So for the connection, it looks like it's like a repeated cycle of something that's not coming to a close, something that was either not fair or not reciprocated properly. This looks like a relationship that went sour because of some sort of event and the way that it was like responded to. So there's a deep need for like introspection and a deep need to like go back and figure out like what went wrong, and are these patterns that have been around for a long time that need to be looked into and healed, if there are old wounds that need to be healed, because that could be possible, that played into like the connection here. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to read it as I say it. There's energy that's negative coming from like both sides. And this could be your energy in reaction to their energy, but it's also a shared energy because of what has shown up in the energy of the connection between you. So it's definitely something to look into, like to look into yourself and see, like, you know, the way that you're thinking, the way that whatever has happened, the way you've reacted to it, and like, is your ego at play in terms of like patterns that you have seen in yourself in the past. No, you'll have to look into that. Like the whole introspection thing can be things that you're subconsciously not aware of, and you have to kind of look at the symptoms, so to say, of what like regressed sort of patterns like show up, and issues that have not been dealt with in terms of your own wounds and your own healing. But to me, what's looking like it's something that continues and it's not changing. So, and we have a lot, like several cards saying that. So it's a very, very big need to look at this. Like the patterns are a huge, huge deal here. When you talk about the Hierophant that's in reverse, it can talk about like repercussions for something that has happened, like moral repercussions. And it does look like something did possibly happen here between you two that really damaged the connection. And it's both of you kind of seem to be affected by this negatively. And it's something that, like, neither of you have let go of this. Like, both of you seem to be, if it was something that they have done, they kind of feel like, oh shit, like that was wrong, but you don't know what they're coming at, like their perspective. You don't know what their perspective is. Let's actually look at the Three of Swords. Can I look at the Three of Swords? Clarify the Three of Swords, please. Let's see what these are. The Eight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So it's like something that the feelings that they didn't want to be like left out in the cold, they also like made a decision that like warrants needing like somebody being like, yeah, no, this is not something that I'm going to deal with. This does not feel good. This does not serve me. I can walk away from something like that. Like it warrants that sort of a reaction. And it's stressful. Dealing with this sort of energy though, with the Knight of Swords coming up in reverse, we have again, there are so many cards of very toxic energy that are coming through, and patterns that are toxic that just keep playing out. And the Knight of Swords being in reverse too, clarifying the Three of Swords, is concerning because like could talk about somebody who's just blaming, like not who did something and then is like upset because they're blaming the other individual. They're not taking responsibility for what they have done. It could be somebody that just likes if it's a negative like pattern, and it's something that they are fed from. So if you're talking about someone who is narcissistic, kind of, they have narcissistic tendencies, narcissistic kind of traits, that sort of a relationship, those sorts of things happening could actually feed their ego. And that's a very negative thing. So somebody in this situation has some true problems in terms of toxic patterns, and one side is more toxic than the other. That's coming up in their energy. I do want to say this was the energy of the other individual. We've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. I think we had the King of Swords. Let me see, or the King of Wands. It's the King of Wands underneath. Like both of those are really negative. These are negative too, so it could be you seeing the other individual doing these things in that manner, and it's really hurting. you. And if it is somebody who has these tendencies that is embodying like this energy, that's really, really deep introspection that they might not be able to actually look into if they are somebody who wants to blame the other person or not take responsibility for the other person. They can kind of look at that as the other person is what is constantly causing their problems, or everybody else, they just blame everyone else for everything and they're not able to introspect. So toxic patterns that need to die and that need to be pulled into your awareness is not there. And you know, it's a sad situation dealing with somebody like that. Let me get some advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio. I hate that this came out in a damn Scorpio reading too, but advice for Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio, please. Okay. One more. Advice for Scorpio, please. 10 of Wands. Okay. So the advice here that you are getting, Justice card in reverse on the bottom of the deck. You have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the 3 of Pentacles upright, then the 10 of Wands in reverse. So this advice is, if you're dealing with an individual who is holding strong onto these toxic patterns and they're not working cohesively with you, they're not willing to like work on what needs to be worked on to mend a situation and come together and work as like a team, consciously look and be as aware as possible of those sorts of signs to somebody who has toxic patterns and just is not putting in what they should put in, and is causing you a lot of strife and is causing like a lack of balance and it's just not something that is flourishing in a relationship, which just, there's lots of negativity in this, and you're fully aware of this. They're fully aware of this. It's just that you may have two different perspectives on it and two different, you want things to change, but maybe they don't actually, put the effort in to actually change. So the 10 of Wands being here in reverse, it's like ongoing stress. If this is causing ongoing stress and it's a situation that is super unbalanced and they're being dishonest and they're not wanting to change their behavior, like they're being very stubborn about things, and just be aware of that. Is that something that you want to deal with? Because it's very toxic to deal with that. The World in reverse, the 4 of Swords in reverse, not healing like past wounds. And then I think that you really are searching for the stability, but you're not going to be able to find stability in an individual that stays like this or that is like this. And some of these people can't ever grow. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles and then the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So like, if they're not going to put the effort in and you really looking for stability, this is, you won't be able to find stability in a situation where patterns don't change and people are being dishonest and people aren't doing what they should be doing within a relationship. So very heavy energy. Very heavy energy. When it first started, it didn't seem that way, but once we started pulling the tarot, it turned that way very quickly. So I'm going to pull a couple of runes. Let's see what comes out. Runes for Scorpio, please. Okay. So here is your first rune. Iskabu. This talks about like harmony and working together and like generosity. So let's see what else comes out. Okay. So here is your next room. This is Laguz. This is like intuition. I believe it actually translates into water. So it can talk about like flow, growth, the unconscious. So I think the message between those two, it talks about the need again for the introspection and really looking into the subconscious to be able to grow. So just kind of like confirmation for what we have been talking about. It's a giant necessity in the energy that we've picked up today for the reading. Let's go ahead and also pull some charms. I'm going to pull different charms to see if we have anything that resonates for you. We have what looks like a sand castle. It's a castle with a little shovel in front of it. So building a sand castle. An elephant. A broom, a handmade charm, a pendulum, wants to move, a butterfly, a steering wheel for a boat, a fairy. It actually, let me put that one down. Another butterfly here. And then this is a lock that has the ace of spades. We have a sea turtle and a mermaid. There's a lot of charms coming out that have to do with like the sea, deep in the sea, navigating the sea, the beach. I also think that the charm for the castle could be talking about like having to build things on strong foundations. We have the Hindu hand. We have what looks like a baby carriage. A stroller, like an old-timey stroller. We have a horse. Actually, I think it's a unicorn. The horn is just very small. We have the letter W. We have a crown. We have a little bird. We have a shovel and a pail. Oh no. We have a shovel and a pail. It looks like gardening sort of equipment. Trying to get things to grow. And then, I shit you not, we have a pig flying with a heart. So when pigs fly. So I don't mean to like, that charm is funny. I don't mean to laugh at the situation. That's not absolutely what I'm doing, but it's like when pigs fly. And that's kind of the feeling that you get when you're dealing with somebody that is stuck in these toxic cycles and that will not look into themselves. It's like things are going to work out for them and work out for you working with them when pigs fly is what I'm getting. And then we have a plane and a horse that is running. Okay, so Scorpio, heavy energy, heavy reading, but I hope that you got the general idea behind these energies that have come through. And if you resonated, do let me know. I do appreciate knowing that the messages that are intended to get to you do reach you. It means a lot to me. So like, subscribe, talk to me through the comment section. I do pay attention to that. If this is where I leave you, thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you again soon. And I also hope you have a very blessed day.